Leggari Nation, our world map stencil is now available on our website. In this video, Tyler's going to take you through the step-by-step process of how we use this stencil to create a one-of-a-kind art piece. We'll have the links to the products used in the description below. Now let's get started.
I'll bring you guys up to speed. Everything that we did to this point, very simple. We obviously coated a hollow core door. We primed it with our black primer, and then we mixed our universal black pigment into our metallic epoxy. That created a black epoxy. We coated the board with that, and then obviously we have a black finish now. So what I have on here now is our world map stencil, and what we're gonna be doing is laying this out, and then we're gonna be fogging a light fog of metallic spray paint. We'll pull the stencil and then we'll flood it with the other half of that 1.5 gallon kit. So the first coat we use 3 quarts, which is half of a 1.5 gallon, and then on the next coat we use the other half of that 1.5 gallon kit. So the stenciling process is simple. These are designed to fit on a 36 by 80 inch hollow core door. Obviously you can use MDF. It just needs to be that size for this to fit, or you can make it bigger, and the world map would just be a little smaller on that board. But they're designed for a 36 inch wide, 80 inch long panel, board, hollow core door, whatever you want to coat. And then we just lay them out, even it up, and then we tape the middle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold this over. We'll peel the backing, we'll cut this off, and we'll lay this half first, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. And then once it's laid, I'll fog it with the spray paint, and then give it, I don't know, 15-20 minutes to dry, and then we can apply our flood coat. So when you guys are pulling the back off, there is some small pieces here. We want to make sure we're not flipping them up. And then we're going to cut this off. Try to do a nice straight line if you can. Nice fresh razor blade. Beautiful. And then we want Justin to hold the 2 sides, and he's gonna just kind of let it drape there, and I'm just gonna go all the way across and back. Now I'm not worried about bubbles, right, because we're just spraying the cutout areas, but we definitely don't want to get it creased and start getting crooked. So you see how he just has a little tension. He doesn't have tension on it, it's just sagging there. That's what we want, and I just slowly push it on. And then I obviously don't need to press everything down, just where we're gonna be spraying. And then we repeat the same thing over here, pull the tape. Pull the backing. So again, we want a nice little sag to it. We don't want tension on it. And as I'm getting closer to him, he's slowly going down. So next thing, we just want to really press this down good on all the cutout areas, and then we'll start to remove the transfer paper, which is just this. This is where we want to be careful, make sure we're not pulling up any of these small little cutout pieces. Obviously everything that's cut out is where the ghosting of the spray paint is going to be. And then if you don't want to get your edges, I've done them where we spray the edges gold or whatever color you're doing too. but we're just gonna tape off these edges. Okay, so we got stencil down, we got our edges taped off. Now I can just ghost it with the spray paint. I'm doing a really fine ghosting, right? I don't want a lot of gold, a heavy gold. You guys could do a full gold spray paint on it. You could do different colors. Obviously, there's a lot of options with this. You could tape sections off, do different colors on different continents. So a lot of options, but we're just gonna fog the whole thing. That's it, guys. Nice fine mist. So we'll let this dry. Obviously you want to make sure you're hitting all the areas. Maybe spray one from one angle, go to the other side, spray from one from another angle. But this will really look cool once we pull it and we have the pure black background behind it. All right, so we're getting ready to apply the urethane top coat. We're gonna be doing matte. We sanded the board with 220 grit, right? Got it all cleaned up, sanded the edges. We did edges by hand. Never wanna sand your faces. These faces right here, the top corners with the palm sander, scuff those up by hand. We did that because we had a lot of dust and debris get into it. We are in a warehouse, a lot of stuff floats around. Plus, this is gonna look really cool having a matte finish. So we're gonna roll that on. Got our matte urethane here. I'm gonna be using a 3/8 nap roller, already been de-shedded with painter's tape, and a roller tray. I'm gonna shake up the part A. We're gonna dump that in. You need about 0.4 to 0.6 ounces of urethane per square foot. So you can kind of figure out how much you need to make. I'm just gonna make the full kit. We'll have some extra, maybe put it on a sample board or something. But if you want to make the perfect amount, I usually go 0.6 ounces per square foot because the roller will soak up quite a bit of top coat right in the beginning. The B's a lot thicker, so we're going to add the 2 ounces that's needed into the part B. So we always add 2 ounces of water. It's 10%. Countertop kit urethanes is 2 ounces. It's about 20 ounces of material. Shake it, dump it in. Then we're just gonna mix with the stir stick, about 1.5 to 2 minutes, and this will be ready to use. Okay, so the trick, well, I would say the key to rolling the top coat out is doing manageable sections at a time. I don't want to try to coat this whole thing and then come back, do my back roll, because it'll start to set up faster once it's rolled out thin. So I like to do 2 to 3 foot sections, get that done, edges done, do my back roll, and then move on and just kind of move on down the line. And I always take a minute to kind of soak the roller up. All right, so I hit my edges, it kind of flattened off the roller. So I want to kind of flatten that off. Get that roller evenly flat before I do my back roll. And then I'm going to make sure my edges aren't thick where I rolled the edge, that corner. Kind of feather that out. And then we're going to do our final pass. And that's it. So we'll just repeat that process, make sure we don't have any big thick drips on the faces, edges, no real thick roller lines, and we're good to go to the next section.